Hey, Monday night, and we are live. Or I am live. There is no we tonight, but I am live. So happy Monday night, everyone. Wait for a few minutes for people to stroll on in after the Lego Masters episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, Claire, thanks for joining in the chat. As you can see, I am flying solo tonight. Bilsy's still in Japan, and Henry's still under NDA. So I am doing a quick recap of episodes 1 through 5, 1 through 4, 1 through 5 that just finished. So not a long show tonight, but just a recap show. So hey, Primal. I am flying solo, and I am flying somewhere. Yes, I'm going to Japan in 1, 2, 3 days. Leave on Thursday. So Bilsy comes home on Thursday, and I go on Thursday. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, Japan again. That's right. Hey, Dan, how are you, buddy? I'm bit early in Japan for the Lego show over there. I wanted to go for that, but it fell in school holidays, so ticket prices were through the roof. But anyway, it's still going to be a good trip over. Doing all the theme parks. I'm sure I've spoken about it 100 times, but Disneyland, Disney Sea, Universal, Legoland, of course. Got to do Legoland and stuff. So with my boy Cam. So looking forward to that. Hey, Troppo. Hey, Matt. What's everyone think of Lego Masters so far? Make sure you tell me in the chat over there, or down there, rather. Let me know what you think of episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4. I was hoping that Henry was going to be with me tonight so he could give us a bit of inside knowledge. But, of course, he's still not allowed to join us. He asks every week, and every week he's been told by the people above, no, not yet. So he will join us soon. Don't panic. Henry will be back probably while I'm in Japan, and Bilsy's back. Bilsy, of course, will be back next Monday, which is good because he can have his dogs back. They've kind of taken over my house for the last week and a bit, but that's all good. They're not fans of the postman or birds. They let everybody know when either are about, but all good. You haven't seen tonight's episode, but you think the wrong team went home on Sunday. Okay, well, no spoilers for Dan in the chat. Actually, I don't care. It's his fault he didn't watch it. I watched tonight's episode earlier today, and I thought the team that went home may have gone home last night, but anyway, it was a good show tonight, and USA was a bit hard done by. Yeah, compared to some other teams, I think they were. I wonder if that was a way, Dan, of making sure USA don't take the trophy home again. Australia might be a bit salty that they took it home last time, maybe. But anyway, it is what it is. We'll go back through some of the episodes. Episode 5, of course, aired tonight. What lurks beneath? Interesting challenge, that one. Not one we've seen before, I don't think. The way the lighting was done and that sort of stuff, kind of cool. You think Canada should have gone home tonight? Yeah, I tend to agree, Claire, but I think maybe from Brickman's point of view, their build or the quality of their build was better. It was just their story that was a bit shite, whereas the New Zealand girls, I think their build personally, and no discredit to anyone that builds on camera, but I think their build was a bit amateur, maybe using ball joints and that badly, but I agree their story was better. So and you know, for everyone that mocks and exhibits at shows, you know that you need to be able to tell a story without using words. It's the whole point. People need to understand your build without being told what they're looking at. So I guess from that point of view, this story is important. But then from Brickbound's point of view, it's all about the build technique. And yeah, the girls did a really good job on the Chinese restaurant. I thought those ladles was a hard choice, but I think they did really well to pull it off. Like I think Gabby and Owen did amazing on that column, but it wasn't perfect. We'll go through. I've got some photos of the final builds, not including tonight's episode because I haven't released that yet, but we'll go through some of the photos for the builds. If I can work out my screen sharing, bear with me one sec. Gabby and Trent's build was awesome. I agree. I thought Gabby and Trent did really well. All right, let's have a look at this screen. And basically what I'm going to try and do is just zoom in on each photo. Let's have a look. Okay. You can see there on the screen, it's not letting me zoom in at all, but I can scroll up and down. My technical abilities are a bit crap, but that's all good. You can see there Diane Jayoon's build. This is episode 1, by the way. Sorry, I've gone back to episode 1. Emily and Sarah's build. Let's have a look what else we've got there. The American team, Paul and Nelita, with of course the theme park there. And Trent and Alex. What else have we got there? Nick and Stacey from Canada, their build as well. Actually, I probably should have started with episode 4 and worked our way back as well. This one, of course, was the great build contraption as well. The great ball contraption, rather, not the great build contraption. Ignore me. We'll go to episode 4 and work our way backwards. So episode 4, as I said, I don't have images of tonight's build yet, so I can't go through tonight's build, but it was an interesting challenge. Last night, of course, for those that have seen it and are up to date, was the Chinese restaurant with the mystery volleyball player, Sophie Monk, who we will see again in the season, just quietly saying. And she's a funny one. She's a funny one, Sophie. So some of the builds there, you can see Paul and Nelita with the cabinet that they went home for. Brickman really didn't like that circle in the middle of the cabinet. But overall, I thought the cabinet was quite well done, and Sophie didn't pick it at all. So that was well done. Oh, netball, not volleyball. My bad. Thanks for that, Trek. Henry and Kate, of course, their cash register. In the promo photo, I don't have it, but in the promo photo of the register and the real one side by side, they nailed it. They absolutely nailed the cash register. Everything was like, as Bilsy would say, millimeter perfect. It was just so well done. I think for a replication build, it was perfect. And Gabby and Owen with the pillar as well. Very hard to do a round thing. And, you know, it totally looks like Lego, you can tell. But it was so well done. The way they replicated the dragon. And the dragon itself, sorry I can't zoom in on the pictures, but the dragon itself looks gold, and they actually use the dark tan color because I think most AFOLs know you just would not get that amount of bricks in pearl gold. The pillar, of course, was gold, and their build was in dark tan, and you can't tell. They've done really well on it, and very hard to do curves as well. The Emily and Sarah, of course, their build as well. Those ladles, really good photo. The ladles and using any pearl element they could get a hold of as well, like the trophies, candelabras, like any pearl element in there to get it done was really well done. Trent and Alex's flowers. Personally, I thought that was a bit of an easy one with all the botanical range out now. I think everyone knows how to build a flower. The elements for botanical flowers are kind of more and more easier to get. They're around more. I believe the brick pit has been topped up with new bricks as well, so it's not like they didn't have the elements. And from anyone that knows Lego, and I don't know how well Sophie knows Lego. Of course, Henry would know that, having her on speed dial. But I think people would look for the flowers first. So both Trent and Alex's flowers and Dave and G's bonsai, I thought was an easy choice. And that could sound a bit arrogant. I'd probably stuff it up, but I think it was a bit easy. Maybe because my wife's really good at florals. I don't know, but both the bonsai and the flowers, the vase, definitely that would have been hard to do. There's no way you could have done a round vase with the etching on it well. And I know the whole idea was don't get picked by Sophie, but you also had to impress Brickman as well. So Brickman had to sit them side by side, and when you've got a shitty looking vase next to the actual vase, he's not looking at the quality of the flowers because the vase is taking it away from it. And also from memory, I think I watched this episode a couple of days ago, but from memory, they stopped and started the vase halfway through the build for a second time because the way they were building it and the snot technique wasn't working, so they went back to a brick built vase. So I think that hurt them. But well done, both Trent and Alex and David and G, for Sophie not picking the bonsai and the flowers. So they both pulled that off. I don't remember the bonsai next to the bonsai and how similar it was, but I think they scored in the middle somewhere. So Brickman was happy with them, more so than the vase. So, and then Oscari and Aurora, of course, they got picked. They did the Lazy Susan, all the elements and the condiments in the middle of the table. They got picked for their chopstick basket, and I actually think theirs was really cool. The way they did the soy sauce using the discs and things like that, and she picked the chopstick basket, but she didn't even notice the Lazy Susan, the salt and pepper, the name tag, all that sort of stuff. Didn't notice it. So I thought they did well. And Vita and Albion, of course, the lucky cat. Once again, I think from a replication point of view, they did really well. It's a shame they got picked. I guess that was just the chunkiness of the Lego in that to get the motor in. But the way they got the lucky cat's arms motion on the right timing was really well done. So hats off to them. I think the cat would have been hard to copy. In this instant, I don't know what I would have picked. I probably would have gone the stuff on the table as well. I think the next two down the bottom there, Diane Jayan, Nick and Stacey in the water challenge, the lobsters and the just the fish tank elements. I thought was hard. Like we saw, they had trouble keeping the Legos sunken. For anyone that knows fish tanks, like sometimes just keeping plants sunk is bloody hard work. So keeping Lego sunk is really, really difficult. The lobsters were amazing. I think the win there was deserved because you wouldn't have picked them. They were just so real. They were, what did Hamish say? They were realer than the plastic ones. They looked really, really good. And yeah, you're right, Matt. The water would have helped distort the Lego as well and make it look like it belonged there. I think Nick and Stacey's ornaments were a little bit Lego-y. The weed was really good, and that the little hut and things in there were a little bit Lego-y, but obviously Sophie dismissed it straight away, saying no, they're fish tanks, they're water, and they didn't get picked. I think it was just the Lucky Cat and the particular one. But what the Chinese, which we had last year was? Can anyone in the chat remember what last year's was? And then, of course, the first replication build was like a detective's office. That was the first time we saw it, and I think the typewriter was the winning build in that one. But I can't remember what last year's replication build was. I think it was a restaurant or something as well. Again, French, that's right. It certainly was. Thanks, Primal. Restaurant last year. But yeah, last night's episode, very good episode. Episode 3, of course, 3 photos. Thanks very much, Channel 9. 3 photos. That was the toy in the box build. Let's see if I can. I'll share the bigger screen. Maybe not. I'll try and share the screen. No. What's it doing? Stop. I don't know what happened there. It stopped sharing. Let me try and share again. This is why I don't get in charge of the technical stuff. No. No, it won't share. Okay. I don't know what's happening there, but it's stuck on me anyway. So tell me in the chat what you thought of the episodes. I don't work on a computer for a living. No, there's something frozen on my screen, Primal, and it's like literally blocking half my buttons, and it's driving me crazy. So I don't know. So anyway, it's just not letting me share again. So that's actually a really good question, Matt. Who do we think has the skill or the goods to win? The the show, and who do we think could be next to go. The teams, of course, we've lost New Zealand, and we've lost the USA. Australia, we still have 4 teams from Australia. So we have David and G. We have Gabby and Owen. Henry and Cade, of course, the original winners. And Trent and Alex, which is a new team. So building-wise, all of them are very good. I think Dave and G are both really good builders. Gabby and Owen are both really good in their own techniques. Henry and Cade, of course, have openly admitted they haven't built together in 5 years. So they took a couple of episodes to get back into the swing of things. But I think after the cash register and tonight's build, they're well on track. Trent and Alex are doing really well. Nick and Stacey, of course, from Canada, seem to be hit and miss, but doing well. And China, of course, Dai and Jayan, they're good builders too. Finland, I find the Finland funny to watch. They come out with some really cool comments. Emily and Sarah, of course, from New Zealand. Sadly, we know the girls have gone. Sweden, Vida and Albin, they're entertaining as well, but not a lot of screen time, I don't think. And Paul and Nelita, the brother and sister team from USA, sadly they have gone as well. So we're 2 teams down. Anyone want to have a guess at who's next? I know most of the order, so I won't comment at all. But there's some really good builds still to come. So from all the teams, needed more underwater. And g'day, Mike. And you thought Henry and Cage was lacking a bit tonight, Matt. Imagine how well they would have done if they'd got like the Roman or something like that after their builds previously, with Poseidon and their whole Greek mythology. I think they would have done well if they got the Roman or even pirates. Like surely in a fish tank challenge, pirates would be the one you have to nail. Matt's money's on Canada next. I think Canada are a bit hit and miss, so maybe. But either way, tomorrow night's challenge, of course, looks like another good one as well. I was really excited when I saw that preview of the car and the booby traps. It gave me a bit of a Goonies vibe, I think, which for those that don't know, turned 40 years old this week as well. So if you remember the Goonies, you old. And if you don't, watch it. You're missing out. But the remote control car looks like it's going to be a really good episode as well. So actually, there's a couple of funny bits in it. So look forward to that tomorrow night. So you didn't watch the trailer. You're in for some fun tomorrow night then, Primal. It looks good. It's a bit hard to recap without Henry because I really wanted to pick his brain. So as the season goes on, we hopefully will be able to, things will relax a bit and we'll get him back in and he might be able to give us a bit more behind the scenes information. And then, of course, some of our buddies that have been with us before, so like Gabby, Owen, Trent, Alex, we'll get them on once the whole team's back on board. It will be after the season has finished airing, but we'll get them back on board and we'll have a chat about their experience on the show and at what point they made it to and what builds they've done so far and they've still got to do. So we'll do that as well. My main question for Henry was how could anyone concentrate in episode 2 with Stacey in that dress? What was the dress? I can't remember the dress. I might have to watch episode 2 again. Oh, that was the Birdman, the flying one. Yes, I do remember. That's probably a decent question, Brian. So save that one, and we'll ask Henry that. Dave and G pretty consistent. Yeah, I agree. Both are good builders in their own right. G with the storytelling, and Dave with the detail. He's so good at the real fine detail. If you look at his engines and stuff, he really gets the scale right. So more to come from them as well. So I think it's probably about enough Lego Masters talk. I don't think there's anything new in the news for Lego this week. No leaks or spoilers or anything that can yet be talked on here. I did get a delivery today that I'm excited about. So for those, I don't know if anyone's ordered that one yet, but mine turned up today. So unfortunately, my GWP didn't. So I'm hoping that Lego shipped that separately and it arrives in the next day or two, because otherwise I'm going to have to give customer service a call and say, what the? Oh, yeah, and the Bricklink Designer Program pre-orders in 24 hours as well. I've still got this frozen thing on my screen share, so I haven't pulled up the Bricklink Designer Program stuff, but yeah, that starts soon as well. I have been working on some Springfield mocks though for BBX later in this year, where my Springfield will return, Springfield 2.0, and it's going from 1 table to 2. So for those that have seen Springfield, there was a lot of suggestions at previous shows as to things from the first 10 seasons that I can introduce into it, and I wrote them down. I'm wondering what I can give you a sneak preview of. Maybe the Elevator to Nowhere. That will appear in Springfield 2.0. And what else? The other one I've done so far is Lard Boy. It's not the right donut yet. It's just a placeholder donut. But Lard Boy's done as well. And of course, the donut restaurant without signage has been done too. Lard Land. And then I've started working on the Springfield lettering as well. So definitely more tyres in the tyre fire. Thanks, Primal. The tyre fire will be bigger. And of course, it will be more lit as well. So I'm looking forward to a bigger tyre fire. And yeah, placeholder donut. That's exactly right. I couldn't find. I do have the printed donut with sprinkles, but it's somewhere in this room. So I tore it apart looking for the donut, and I gave up. I found a lot of stuff I didn't know I had. Got distracted. And stuff, and also shout out to JK Brickworks as well, because the Homer meme will also be appearing in Springfield as well. So that design was really well done, and as soon as I saw it, I thought, well, I got to buy that, I got to do that, I got to incorporate that, and I got to credit that. So well done. Primal, your build is looking sick. I cannot wait to see your build in person. It's actually, I was up at Costco today. I should have messaged you. But yeah, I can't wait to see your build in person. But yeah, I've started working on Springfield for BBX, Springfield 2.0, and also the Wild Wild West 2.0 will be there as well. So that's a collaboration build with myself and Bilsy. We build it together, and then I fix the parts he built. And we build the Wild West together. So Wild West it is, rather than Wild West 2.0. So we're going from the Wild West to the Wild West, and that will also debut at BBX this year. Springfield, of course, will be going to Canberra as well in October, November, when the Canberra Brick Show's on. And one, but not both, will also be going to the Hervey Bay Show in August as well. I'm not sure which yet, but one of them will be there as well, depending on space and availability in the car. But that's me, and that's my mocks. But anyone in the chat in Southeast Queensland that wants to come to Hervey Bay, the end of August, 30th and 31st of August, applications are still open. And even if you can't get there, there is potential that space is available, and we might be able to get your stuff there for you. So hit me up and see what we can do. I'll just get the exact dates for Brick Built Canberra Primal, because it's one of my favourite shows of the year. I think it's the end of October. I should have it all written down because I never remember. Let's have a look in their events calendar. If Grizz was in the chat, he would give me a link. Actually caught up with Grizz today. I had lunch with Grizz, which was cool. Oh, look, it's already in my calendar. How good am I? Canberra Brick Show, November 1st and 2nd, 2025. So the first weekend in November, straight after Halloween, the Canberra Brick Show. So if you can get there, whether to visit or exhibit, it is a great show with a great atmosphere. They do well down there, and easy to get to as well. So I highly recommend that. After BBX, it certainly is in 2025. Thanks, Matt. Hervey Bay in August, BBX in September, October, and also BrickCon Wollongong as well in October. BBX the 13th and 14th of September, and Hervey Bay Brick Show is the 30th and 31st of August. BBX is September, Claire. My bad. I think it used to be in the first week of October, but September 13th and 14th. Hopefully everyone got their acceptance emails. I did, and I'm excited. I love BBX. It's definitely the biggest and best show in Queensland, and shout out to the Bris Bricks committee that put it on. You guys do a great job with all your shows, and we're thankful to be able to be a part of the ones we are. And recently, obviously, we had Brick Built in Sydney as well, another favourite show that we go to. And one day I'm going to find out where Adelaide is on the map, and I'm going to go to their show as well, Brixpo or something. I'd like to do that. I've never been to Adelaide, so I'm told I'm not missing much, but their Lego show's pretty good. So I want to add that one to the calendar at some point. And Newcastle as well. Yes, Claire. That's quite a popular show. Bricks by the Bay, I think it is. Newcastle. Adelaide next year. Yeah. Make sure, pester me, Claire, because I want to do Adelaide as well. So I need a good or an evil angel on my shoulder reminding me, because I'm terrible at applications. I literally put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 applications in for BBX on the last day. That's how bad I am at applications. And everyone knows that I message a week after when it says, don't email us after for late applications. Yeah, me and Bilsy are always that guy. So, but anyway, we do as many shows as we can. And a Brick World Chicago is on this weekend as well. So look forward to seeing a lot of photos of that because that's a show I'd love to do one day as well. But that is enough rambling on from me. A quick recap until I broke my screen and couldn't share anymore. Bilsy is the devil on my shoulder. Yeah, actually, I don't know who corrupts who more. I'm probably worse than he is, or at least he'll tell you that. But we're as bad as each other. He will be back next week, as I said. Henry maybe as well. I'm not sure. Hopefully he'll be back next week. If not, there is a good chance I will try and stream live from Japan. I'm not sure where I'll be on Monday night. Probably one of the Disneylands, but I will certainly try and stream from Tokyo. I know Bilsy wanted to, but for our stream time, his kids are in bed and one hotel and all that sort of jazz. He hasn't been able to, but I'm not taking kid. Well, I am, but he's an adult. So I can, as long as I'm awake, I can stream, and coffee's pretty good in Japan. So is Red Bull, so I should be able to get through it. So I'll do my best to jump in on Monday night and stream. Otherwise, you will have Bilsy back. For the regulars, no stream this Wednesday night, even though I really want to get stuck into this bad boy. Although, actually, I think my Krusty Burger's better. I feel personally. Sorry to the designer, but I will use all the figs, the clown car, and probably the Krusty sign in my mock. But the actual restaurant I shan't be using. I will stick with my, because I don't want sets in my Springfield, but I'll certainly use the car and the figures. Truth be told, I literally spent $350 for 4 figures because I needed them. But anyway, that's about it from me and Lard Boy for tonight's episode recap and Springfield. Sorry I was on my own and rambled on, but hey, you stuck with me and I really, really appreciate it. So no stream Wednesday night. Bilsy back Monday night, maybe with Henry, maybe with me. He'll fill you in. Thanks everyone for sticking with us, and especially while Bilsy's away too, because I know you all dial in to see him and not me. No, just joking. No, we've both been here as part of the Monday and Wednesday night furniture for 6 odd years now. But thanks everyone. Cheers, Matt. I'm looking forward to going to Japan on Thursday. I started packing today. Spent an hour looking for a passport that I forgot where I put, but we found it in the end, and the panic was over. So really looking forward to Japan and spending some time with my cam. It should be good. So thanks everyone for sticking with us. Keep watching Lego Masters. We've got tomorrow night's episode and next Sunday night's episode, and then next Monday night we'll do a recap of 8 episodes and where we're up to, and by then we'll be the halfway mark, working our way down. So we'll see what teams we've got left. Thanks everyone, and I will see you from Japan.